Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have planned on testing the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation, but I was really disappointed because I wanted to do a wear test for you guys, because that's one thing, foundations can look amazing on oily skin, but boy can they fade fast. And this week I have worked late almost every day. I have gotten home well past the time where I could actually do an extended wear test. I'll be home at like 6 or 7 and have to be in bed by 10 or something to actually be up the next day and like function as a human being. So a 3-hour wear test really just wasn't going to cut it. However, I did decide to still test the foundation out for you guys, because what actually surprised me most about it, and I haven't done anything with it yet, is that I didn't get the lightest shade. It is so rare when that actually happens. I have the third lightest shade, and honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, because I didn't feel like any of the shades really matched me 100%. So I thought it still deserved its own video, because it's a little hard to choose what shade you actually think you are in this one. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here's the box that it comes in. It's gorgeous, just like all of her other packaging. And I got the shade Vanilla 120B. Now the two lighter shades, the first one just looked way too light for me, which, like I said, it's really strange for me not to buy the lightest shade. And then the next one down was way too yellow toned. So I just went with this one because I thought it looked like the right tone and closer to my actual shade. So you take, good thing I didn't prime my face yet, because they actually included a sample of her primer inside this packaging. That was really cool. So I'm going to try it with this and we'll get a feel for how that does. But this is the bottle that it comes in. It's really beautiful packaging. She puts a lot of thought into that for sure. But I thought it was going to be glass. Like, it looked like it would be glass, but it's plastic. I mean, that's not a deal breaker. I don't need a glass bottle. I'm not that fancy. But just all of the marketing I've seen for it, and on Instagram, all the pictures, it just looked like glass. So I'm just surprised. But it does feel really sturdy. It doesn't feel like it would, break in my luggage or anything. It feels very solid and sturdy. And it has a pump. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to put on some of this primer that this came with. It kind of has a very light scent, like a light perfumey scent, but it's not bad. It's very nice and kind of like a nice refreshing scent. But this is thick. This almost feels like that really thick Drunk Elephant moisturizer that I like, the La La Retro Whipped Cream, I think, the moisturizer. This is thick. I do want to point out that there's a lot of resources now for people who are choosing their shade. This has been out about a week now. I think it came out last Thursday, maybe? I can't really remember. It was the end of last week. It was Thursday or Friday. And there was really nothing to help me pick a shade. So, I just kind of guessed. But now there's like a chart that compares it to other foundations that you might own that will be similar color, which is great. And there's also, I think it was a Huda Beauty blog post where she links videos of people wearing certain shades of it to show you what it really looks like on them. So I'll try to link all of those down below so you guys have the resources available to probably make a better decision about your color than I did. Okay, so I think I've given it enough time. It's time to try the foundation out. So I'm gonna pump it on. Whoa, this is really creamy. I pumped it a little bit on the back of my hand. This is what the shade looks like right now. It might be a little light. I'm gonna go ahead and just like dot this on my face. I'm gonna do one side with a brush, one side with my Eco Tool sponge, and really give it a fair shot. I don't normally do this, so let's give it a try. So I guess we'll try the brush on this side. I look crazy, I know, and see how it does. Whoa. Whoa. This is very perfumey. So if you don't like things to smell, this is not for you. Okay, so I look really crazy in my viewfinder right now. In my mirror, this actually looks like a great shade. I didn't have to blend it down my neck any. And to be fair, my face has a lot of color in it that you really don't want. Like, it has a lot of redness in it and a lot of, like, it always looks kind of flushed. So it might be, I don't know, it doesn't look bad in this mirror though. It just always looks really crazy in the viewfinder. It doesn't look bad though. I think it's a decent shade, and it actually applied really well with a brush. And I almost never say that about any foundation. I hate brushes. Okay, now let's try the Eco Tool sponge. This might be the first time I ever say this, but I think I actually like the brush side better. I got a little more coverage. Like, I feel like this is like a true medium coverage on this side, and this one is like not quite where this one is. I feel like the sponge side was a lot quicker. It was just like bam, 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 done. But you know, I'm really liking this so far. I think because it's such a creamy texture for this, that's why the brush does better. And you know, off the bat, if you have oily skin, you kind of know when you feel like a foundation is just not gonna stay all day. And this one, it's still kind of tacky, so it's not drying down like crazy matte right now or anything, but I don't feel like this one's really gonna move a lot, which is kind of nice. And it might just be like a tad too light for me, but I'd rather it be too light than too dark, because for me personally, it's harder to lighten it and find a shade light enough to use as a mixer than it is to find a shade that's slightly darker and I can mix it in. So I'm okay with it being just a little bit lighter. Okay guys, so I went ahead and did what, you know, normal makeup, what I would wear every day, and bronzer is amazing because it definitely made this slightly less crazy looking on camera, but I mean in real life I still felt like it looked pretty decent, and everything blended like a dream on top of this. It's so crazy. Like, it literally looks like a filter. Like, I have big pores right here mostly, and you can't see them. I'll do my best to continue to keep you guys updated with how I feel about this down in the comments below. I'm going to try to wear it the rest of the week to work and through the weekend to see how I like it. But, you know, on a true first impression, I am thoroughly impressed. It doesn't feel, it's very light. It's creamy, it blends out really well, and I like it better with a brush, which almost never happens. And when you have oily skin, one of the things you look for when you're trying a new foundation is, do you feel like it has the longevity to get you through the day, you know, from point A to point B? And although, you know, this isn't a true wear test, I'm not going to wear this all day. It's already like 8 p.m. You know, I could maybe wear it 2 hours, but I don't think a lot's going to change in 2 hours. I feel like it's still, I powdered it. I powdered my whole face. It still feels like slightly tacky, but nothing budged. Like it didn't move. Even when I blended, blush, bronzer, concealer on top of it, nothing moved at all. So I feel like this is really going to stay on my face, for an extended period of time. Like I said, I'm really impressed with it. Now the downsides, if you do not like perfume, and I'm talking just straight up perfume, like there's no other way to describe this. It's not like a floral scent. It's just straight up like strong perfume. You're not gonna like this. I've had this on now maybe 30 minutes. I can still smell it. I feel like it's just gonna linger all day. I don't really like scented stuff, but I can deal with it. But this is really strong. I also feel like if you have more beige to pink undertones, it's a lot more difficult to find your right shade in this than it is if you have like golden or more olive undertones. A lot of the shades tend to lean more towards gold or olive, and I didn't feel like I had a lot of options when it came to selecting what I thought was my best shade. The lightest one looked way too light. I mean, it definitely would have been too light. Look at this one. This one was pretty spot on, if not just slightly too light, but I can get over that. The next one that had pink undertones was, I'm pretty sure, way too dark. It was like at least 2 shades darker than this. So if you're about my skin tone, I mean, this is your best bet, but I do feel like it's more difficult to find the one that you think is going to match you the best. But like I said, I will link all of those resources down below so you guys can pick your best shade, and now that there's more available for it, you might have better luck than I did. On the note of shades though, I am really excited that so many companies are coming out with more and more shades in their foundations. Like this range, the Huda Beauty, the Faux Filter foundation range goes super fair to really, really deep. And she has 30 shades, I think, so it's a really nice shade range. It's not quite where Fenty Beauty is at. They have 40. That's crazy. But she did a really good job getting that whole range of colors out there. Even if I did have a harder time picking out what my shade was, she did a great job being very shade inclusive. So will I wear this again? Absolutely. I definitely want to test this out more. I might just go splurge and buy her primer as well, because I really liked how that felt. I normally don't like primers that feel like moisturizers, honestly, because it usually means that whatever I put on top of it just kind of slide around my face a lot. But this one's nice. It's like a moisturizer, but it's tacky. So yes, I will totally wear it again. I will probably buy the primer and test it out with other foundations that, I might have had little problems with, and kind of go from there. But, this one got 2 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and like always, if you like these videos, please don't forget to give them a big thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys!